nilqakom għal din is-sezzjoni dedikata lil tates. U forsi xi ftit differenza għaliex illum se nitkellmu dwar il-wirjiet li kellna f'Malta, ovvjament, wirjiet internazzjonali ta' tates, u ħanaraw ftit ukoll ir-rebbieħa f'din il-wirja, kif ukoll ħallaqakom ukoll mal-judges li kellna f'din il-wirja li ġew minn ġewwa is-South Africa. U nilqa' miegħi lil Daniel Hermises kif ukoll lil Deon Skippers. I welcome you on our show, on my show here. Thank you for being here, and I would like to ask you some information about your experience as judges here in Malta. Can you start, Deon?
Yes. We came to Malta and we weren't quite sure what to expect, what the standard of the cats would be. And we were pleasantly surprised to see how well groomed the cats are, how well presented they are, and how well they're compared to the global standards. So they are of very high standard, and we had some nice breeds on the show as well. We had Bengals and we had Devon Rexes and Sphinxes. So I see there's quite a growing feline group on the island. Very nice to be here.
Thank you. And you, Daniel?
I loved it. I want to stay in Malta.
Oh, you want to stay here in Malta?
I want to stay in Malta. I don't want to go back. But my time here was wonderful. The people are all friendly. The surroundings are beautiful. And, of course, the cats. The cats are wonderful.
And what about the standard?
The standards of the cats I found in Malta compares favorably with the rest of the world. And
so we have very high standards.
You have very, very high standards of cats here in Malta.
Okay, hawnhekk kif qed taraw għandna żewġ tiqtates li kienu wkoll irrebbieħa f'dawn il-wirjiet, kien hemm żewġ wirjiet fuq jumej f'Diċembru li għadda, u ovvjament kien hemm il-Princess Feline Awards. U hawnhekk għandna żewġ rebbieħa li kienu fil-wirjiet internazzjonali f'Diċembru li ġej. Għandna waħda qabel xejn nilqa' miegħi lil Marinel Pisani, ħabiba tiegħi wkoll, kif ukoll ipparteċipat ukoll f'dawn il-wirjiet. U hawnhekk Marinel ġabitilna lir-Rajissa issa kienet waħda mir-rebbieħa rebħet il-General Best u rebħet ukoll il-Super General Best. X'tgħidilna dwar Rajissa, Marinel?
Rajissa għattusa kwieta ħafna, friendly ħafna, li hemm tiġri warajja, ġifieri u tħobb il-kulħadd, kull min jiġi tiġi tilqgħu fil-bieb u dan. Rajissa mhux għax tiegħi imma għattusa vera sabiħa.
Eżattament. Hemmhekk għandna Himilajn li hija Blue Point.
Blue Point.
Hija Blue Point. Però meta toħodha quddiem il-judges, kif iġġibruha?
Iġġibruha tajjeb ħafna. U l-judges kemm minni noħodha qatt ma sabula xejn. L-iżjed ħaġa li timpressjonhom hija l-kulur ta' għajnejha. Għax għandha għajnejha għandha deep blue. Allura jgħidu li tantu impressjonanti l-kulur li għandha.
Eżattament.
U tkun preżentata dejjem tajjeb, ġifieri u dan, le ġibruha tajjeb ħafna. Ġieli tixtrih il-ġaġġ ukoll għax tibda ddur miegħu.
Taf x'għandha tagħmel, taf x'għandha tagħmel.
Taf x'għandha tagħmel.
Eżattament. Meta wieħed jipprepara għattus jew għattusa għax-show, wieħed x'għandu jagħmel?
Rrid jaħseb minn qabel. Mhux dik il-ġimgħa jew lejliet sa naħsel il-qattus. Ġifieri twice a week trid li taħsel u dan tibraxxa kuljum. Tifhem imma x-xogħol tibda ħafna qabel meta jkollok ix-show. Tifhem u dan hawn darbtejn fil-ġimgħa ġifieri anke tlieta x'int tkun waslet fl-aħħar tal-show 3 darbiet ukoll trid li taħselha u tipprepara u l-brushing importanti u l-għajnejn biex ma jkollhomx dbajja taħt l-għajnejn. Tifhem?
Eżattament, ġifieri trid preparazzjoni tajba qabel biex inti ovvjament tikseb ir-riżultati mixtieqa dikinhar tax-show u hekk.
Dejjem ħris sodisfatta.
Tajjeb, tagħmel xogħol tajjeb.
Dejjem ħris sodisfatta.
Tajjeb ħafna. Daniel, I was asking Marinella about the preparation for the show, for a show. What are your impressions about the grooming?
I have to say the grooming was of high standard. We've had some cats with slight staining around their eyes, but that's to be expected.
But how can you eliminate that?
Well, there are some products on the market that you can get to clean up, but that means it's a dedicated job. You have to clean the eyes 2 to 3 times a day. So it's not like preparing a cat the day before the show and off you go. It's dedication, a lot of work. I mean, if you groom your cat every day, at least twice a day, you sit with a comb and you comb it through. So it's got long coat. So for you to keep that coat in mint condition, you have to do lots of work on it. And that's what I admired about the exhibitors. Even though some of the cats weren't all the best I've seen, but the grooming was very good. So very well done to the exhibitors.
I see. And Daniel, which breed or which cat did you like most during the shows?
It's very, very difficult to say, especially for me that loves all breeds. I'm passionate about all kinds of cats. And each cat has something different. Like the Persians, they've got the beautiful, beautiful coats. Then you get the shorties like the Bengal. It has a beautiful, beautiful pattern. And the Siberian, that really, really looks like it comes out of Siberia, got a thick, thick coat. So all of them, each one has got something special about them.
Does the best cat exist?
No.
No.
No. I say that no, but then all are made by nature, and nature does not make mistakes. I think it is us that are looking for something that we want and try to create it itself. But each cat, as they are created, are perfect in their way.
Okay. And you, Dion?
My favorite breeds. Well, I'm a Siamese person, and I wish that if I ever come back to Malta to see at least some Siamese on show. I always say they're the racing cats. Long, slender, long tail, high on legs, beautiful blue eyes, equilateral triangle head. But like I said, I love all cats.
Do you own them yourself,
Yes,
Siamese? Do you have?
No, I used to have a Siamese, but I've got 3 exotics at home. I have a Devon Rex and a British. So we are balanced. We just don't have one breed that we specialize in. But you can only have so many cats. If I had my way, I'd have one of every breed, but that's not possible. I'll have like 30-something cats. Very difficult.
I see, yes. As regards long-haired cats, how can you bring their most beautiful aspects for a show? How can you do that?
Well,
as we were saying, we can't find the best cat.
No, but certainly by your grooming and your preparation for the show, by bathing a cat, washing it, like I said, you have to degrease the cat before you bath it. You degrease it, you shampoo it, you rinse it, you condition it, you rinse it. It's a lot. It doesn't mean just
time. Yes.
So to bath a cat and prepare a long-haired cat for a show takes between 2 and 3 hours.
Yes.
And then afterwards you have to blow dry it and comb it through and make sure there's no knots in the coat. So by grooming it perfectly, by rinsing the cat properly, and by blow drying the cat properly, you can really bring out any cat that looks mediocre, and you've given it a good show bath, brings out the nicest of the coats.
I see. What can you suggest to our televiewers if they are trying or they intend to bring a cat for the first time to their home? What do you suggest as a breed?
Well, first of all, if you choose a cat, you have to choose your lifestyle. That determines what time do you have for your cat. Do you have enough time to groom the cat? Does the cat suit your personality? Do you have any other animals in your house? And most of all, if you intend in getting an animal, make sure you go see the breeder and see what conditions the cat's raised in, because it's very important to socialize a cat from day one. I mean, if you get a cat into your house and it's very well socialized and it fits in with all the other animals, that's the perfect blend. Because at my house, I've got cats and dogs living together. So you must decide, do you want a cat or a dog, or do you want both? And then make your choice.
I see. Daniel, what are your plans for the future?
Well, my plans for the future is to try always try and be less involved in the administration of the cat fancy.
Because what do you do exactly?
I'm the registrar in our cat fancy, which means that I register all pedigree, and in South Africa we also register domestic cats.
I see.
And then, of course, I'm also a show manager. I serve on several committees. I help to train judges. So my whole life basically is taken up with cat things. But I hope to, in the next year or so, to scale down a bit of that responsibilities and actually to travel more. I think, as you get older, I want to see more of the world, meet more people. You tend to, when you live in a country, or your circle becomes very, very small, and I think you need to travel, meet new people, meet different cats to broaden your horizon. And I personally think, as cat judging is very, very important to me, the more experience you get from judging overseas, it makes you a better judge. And for me personally, to judge cats at show keeps me humble. It keeps my feet on the ground, because I can see how much love and care and dedication people put into their cats.
Yes, very well done. Very well said. And you, Dion, your future plans?
To focus more on my judging. I have no intentions of breeding, because we used to breed at a stage, and just to see and assist exhibitors in helping them, because I say, as a judge, you have a very important role to play. Especially when it comes to breeders, you have to advise them, and you actually influence the way the breed turns out. So apply your standards and ensure that you're always ethical and you do the right thing. Judge the cat, not the person. And like Daniel says, travel a bit more and see, because through cats you make a lot of friends. And nowadays we've got social media, so we all stay in touch, and it's so nice to see the breeds improve, and they've got kittens and how good they're doing. So yeah, hopefully one day we'll be back in Malta and see what's happened since we've been here.
We are very pleased to invite you once again or more. As a tourist, what did you like most about Malta? And Gozo, because you went to Gozo as well.
Tourist, I was like a Japanese, snapping everything that moved. Took many hundreds of pictures. Unfortunately, the time was so short that you can't experience 7,000 years of history in a week. So, and I said to Daniel, you've got to come back and revisit, because you get on a sightseeing bus and the bus just stops and off you get, half an hour and you go. You don't get time to absorb and appreciate all the stuff. But the people are very friendly and the sites are very clean. It was such a pleasure driving around and feeling it. The people make you feel at home here. And that's why I say, if I could, I would really come back to Malta. It's a beautiful place. And I would invite anybody from our country to come visit this, because once you're here, you would always want to come back.
It's a pleasure to hear you say such nice things about Malta. And you, Daniel?
For me, apart from Malta being so very, very clean, it's something that struck me since I got here off the airplane. Everything is clean. But the thing that I think that will stay with me is the warmth of the people. Everybody's friendly. Everybody's inviting. Lots of smiling, and everybody wants to help you. You can approach anybody on the street and ask them something, and they always got a smile on their face, and they are very, very happy to help you. So for me, I think I will take the people of Malta in my heart with me back to South Africa.
Very nice. Very. It's a pleasure to hear you say such nice things. And what can you tell us about your place? Maybe our televiewers would like to visit South Africa.
South Africa is a big country, and it's also a very, very beautiful country. There's warm people there, and you can get all kinds of different scenes in South Africa. I would say there's something for everybody in South Africa. If you like bush or safaris, there's something for you. If you like sea and sun, there's something for you. We've got a little bit of everything within our country that would appeal to all people.
I see. At the moment, you have summer in South Africa.
And the moment we have summer in South Africa, and some parts, like where we are from, we get summer rain. But then other parts of the country is sunny side, and you can go to the beach. And so, yes, and on the moment it's summer, but some parts of the country has got summer with the rain, and others is very, very hot on the moment.
I see. So, how do you spend Christmas and New Year?
Christmas and New Year are traditional holidays, and are usually spent with family and friends at home. And depending on where you stay, we unfortunately don't stay close to the sea, but those people that do stay close to the sea usually go to the beach. The rest of us that stay up country have big and huge lunches, too much food at home, and it's usually family dinners.
I see. That's good. I would like to thank you for being here, and I wish you all the best of luck for your future plans. And maybe someday you'll get back here to Malta to judge in our shows and maybe in our program as well. Mela, minn hawnhekk ukoll ngħid grazzi lil Marinelli kienet magħna, però qabel xejn nirreferu ftit tal-qattus li għandna hawnhekk li huwa Gandalf u xek huwa qattus Persjan, huwa abjad kif qed taraw, huwa mejl. U ovvjament parteċipa fix-show ukoll fix-shows u wkoll rebaħ il-Best of Best hekk min jissejra żball u xek.
Rebaħ il-Best of Best u minnix konna f'Novembru ġewwa Milan u rebaħ ukoll il-Best of Best hemmhekk ukoll.
Hemmhekk ukoll. Tajb,
Kien hemm ħafna qtates.
Eżatt, kompetizzjoni kbar.
Xi 300 kienet ħafna kbar. Imma rebaħ ukoll fost dawk il-qtates kollha.
Tajjeb ħafna, mela wkoll kiseb riżultati tajbin ukoll Gandalf. Tajjeb ħafna. Qegħdin komdi kif qed taraw Gandalf u issa. Eżattament. Rilassati hawnhekk. Il-judges qegħdin vera jieħdu ħsiebhom tajjeb kif qegħdin taraw qegħdin komdi u relaxed kif qed taraw ta' soħobbu wkoll jitfiżdu kif qed taraw hawnhekk. Grazzi ħafna lilkom kollha u minn hawnhekk issa ngħaddu għal sezzjoni fil-programm tagħna. Ovvjament dejjem nitalmu mis-sezzjonijiet li jkollna hawnhekk u mill-esperjenzi li jġibu magħhom il-mistiedna li jkolli fuq is-sett tal-programm. Ovvjament illum kelli dawn iż-żewġ judges minn ġewwa South Africa li tawna l-esperjenzi tagħhom ta' judges. Grazzi tal-li kienu magħna u nkomplu issa bil-andament tal-programm tagħna tal-lum.